Getty limits should be put on the number of new homes in the UK that can be sold to people who live abroad. Philp also called for radical moves to line planning processes to get more houses built, including letting developers pay cash-strapped councils double the usual application fees in return for timely decisions. His report was published by the Centre for Policy Studies as part of the think tank's New Generation initiative to showcase ideas from Tory MPs first elected in 2015 and 2017. He praised the government's goal of getting up to 300,000 homes a year built, and its £44 billion package of measures to help buyers and speed up developments. But further reform was needed to fill an estimated 700,000 shortfall of homes, caused by too little building, a rising population and the trend for people to live in smaller households. If you believe, as I do, in our free market system, then we need people to own their own stake in that system in order to feel that they're benefiting from it, he wrote. Owning a home is a very real expression of that ownership stake in our economic system. Philp. Owning a home is a very real expression of that ownership stake in our economic system. In her first conference speech as Conservative Party leader in 1975, Margaret Thatcher declared her belief in a property-owning democracy. We need to rekindle this dream for everyone. He recommends that in new-build developments of more than 20 homes, half the units should be reserved for UK residents, defined as people who pay taxes here rather than specifically British nationals. There was a troubling trend of buyers mainly from the Far East, India and the Gulf picking up modest homes off-plan, long before a British-based hopeful would see the home or could get a mortgage, he said. Philp also called for radical moves to line planning processes. On recent scheme in Manchester saw 94% of flats costing an average of £23,000 going to foreign owners. By snapping up new build stock off-plan, including cheaper flats that are ideal for first-time buyers, non-UK buyers are preventing young Britons from getting on the housing ladder, said Mr. Philp. He noted that home ownership in Britain has fallen from a high of around 70% in 2005 to 63%. With prices spiraling to a UK average of more than 5 times salary and 10 times pay in London, it now takes the average first-time buyer 10 years to save a deposit, compared to about 2 years up to the mid-1990s. Increasing ownership would spread wealth around society, tilting the balance from typically older landlords raking in rent from young people who would be much better off long-term if they were owners. New affordable rentals should be staircase deals, allowing tenants gradually to buy more of a stake over time. 2. Speed up building by reducing haggling with councils. He recommended diluting or removing obligations on developers, including on making a certain number of homes affordable. There should be quicker ways to resolve rows with councils over what infrastructure builders must provide, and an ability to agree certain details during construction instead of all before. Mr. Philp also backed a style pink zones, generally derelict areas where developments would be automatically approved if they met key standards on things like height, space, affordability and parking. The government should do more to release own thousands of acres of spare land for building, and have a cabinet-level minister for housing. Robert Colville, director of the Centre for Policy Studies, commented, "Housing is the biggest domestic policy challenge we face and one that is blighting the lives of a generation of young people. This new report contains many ideas that deserve serious consideration. If we are to make home ownership the norm for young people,